Bro, why no Maki? Arame is above Maki. Bro, can I have like someone that's decent, bro, debate me, bro? I don't even like this is just bonds, bro. Told you with curse energy would be above Takaba. Let Pew up. Bro, Pew is bonds, bro. You didn't kick him? Bro, I had to kick him. He didn't come back, bro. Like he just left the app. Like I kinda had to kick the dude. Like you can tell when someone leaves the app. Like he literally just left the app. You gotta let Pew up now? I'll let Pew up. I don't see why not, bro. Sukuna tells us how he's going to kill Gojo on the page. True that. Miwa?
I don't like that disrespect, Neff. So let's go ahead and justify Kenjaku's placement at 4.
Why do I think Kajaku's fourth? Why do you think it should be above him?
That was not the question.
I mean, you want me to justify his placement? Obviously, because he scales there. Like that's kind of redundant. That's why I'm just asking a question.
You think he scales there? Why?
Why? Well, based upon the natural scaling attributes of the properties of JJK, dude. Like, what are you talking about?
Right, and what's
That's a
these
dumb
attributes in question?
Well, just simply Jujutsu sorcery and physicality. And
Okay,
intelligence.
justify his physicality.
Justify him having phicality? Or like
No, the physicality that would place him at 4, obviously.
What? He's in between Gojo and Deborah, bro. Like I'm not gonna lie,
do that.
you're not bro. Yo, stop trying to be rhetorical, bro. The questions you're asking are
What are you
nonsensical.
talking about? Wait, you think that's nonsensical or non sequitur?
When you ask me to justify why he's placed in between number 4, in between two other characters, the obvious answer is going to be because he's in between said characters, dude.
Okay, and I want you to justify that.
You want me to justify why I believe he's in between these two said characters? Because
Yeah, I want you to justify
value
that
me
belief
between the value is in between fucking the two characters, bro.
that's in question. Like what?
No, that you're asking me to justify why he's 4. The answer is because the value he has is 4th.
Oh my god!
I want you to justify why the value is 4th.
Look, this is the most simple question. I'm gonna put it the most simple way. Look, I want you to justify this value here in question actually corresponding to the relevant state of affairs of JJK.
What? So, do you know? So I'm gonna hold your hand when you say this, bro. What you just asked me is asking why does the value correspond to scaling in JJK? That's what you just asked me, dude.
That's not what I just asked you.
That's what you asked me.
What I just asked you was, can you prove that this value that you're referencing is actually going to be canon to the JJK timeline that we're referencing here? Yes, that's simply what I asked you.
Yeah. That's exactly what I just said. Yeah. Okay. So that's literally what I just said.
And you're not justifying that. You're giving this belief set, right?
I'm saying the justification is self-evident, dude. When you ask me to justify why,
when you say it's self-evident, right?
Relax, because you're trying to be rhetorical. I'm gonna hold your hand.
I'm not trying to be rhetorical. You was just thinking I'm trying to be rhetorical. I was asking you a simple question. I guess you have like ego or something, so you think I'm trying to be rhetorical. But I'm just asking simple questions. But yeah, we continue.
It's non sequitur, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. If
it's non sequitur, your scaling is non sequitur that I want you to justify. That's non sequitur.
No, I'm saying your questions are non sequitur, bro.
Okay, the questions about this value actually corresponded is non sequitur. Are you serious?
Yes, because I
and that's because you think it's axiomatic, in which I'm currently questioning, but you think it's non sequitur.
Yes, I believe it's axiomatic. I believe it's non sequitur because the question of an axiomatic. Wait. So let me establish this. So are you questioning the fact that it's axiomatic?
Yes, nigga. What the yo?
You're questioning something being axiomatic.
I'm trying to be rhetorical.
No. Okay. No. I mean that's just bad. I mean, I'll just simply say that it doesn't abides with 3 Aristotelian laws of logic and the correspondence.
This dude thinks he could just say it's axiomatic, and I'm going to accept that. Oh my. Come on, bro. Just go ahead and justify it, bro.
I just answered the question, bro.
I ain't hear it. My fault. I was amazed, bro.
Okay, the reason why it's axiomatic is that it abides with 3 Aristotelian laws of logic, number 1. Number 2, it does not impose any type of contradictions. And number 3, it's possible. It's consistent across all possible worlds, bro. And if it has to justify why it's the case to be, it corresponds there. So I'm not gonna bother arguing.
Let's first talk about that this actually corresponds to all possible worlds there. I want you to justify that first, and then we can go over the rest.
Just what, bro? I said that's.
Okay, look, I'm gonna before you go, I'm gonna repeat what I said.
I established why, bro. I established why. Bro.
So just to be
clear, that question for you, bro.
Okay, if you think was it established in the argument that you just gave?
Yes, bro. What do you think something being okay? What do you think the requirement of something being possible and something being existing in all possible worlds must mean?
It depends on the set there.
It depends on the set.
Yes, it depends on the set
So
theory.
wait, so
Yes.
wait. It depends on the set theory. Set theory is mathematics, dude.
No, I said it depends on the set or which actual operators you're going to be
Set.
using there.
So under a set.
With
So you think?
the
Wait, 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 wait,
operators,
wait, wait,
the
wait, wait, wait,
operators
wait, wait,
that
wait,
you're going to be
wait,
using
wait, wait,
there.
wait,
Look, look, look,
wait,
look,
wait.
look.
You think all
I'm
possible
look.
worlds? Wait,
Look,
wait,
bro.
wait, wait,
I'm
wait. You think
clarifying the
all
question,
possible
bro.
worlds under a
I'm
set?
clarifying. I'm clarifying. Look, I'm saying the operators there that you're using in reference to possible world, right, is ambiguous. Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Operators are ambiguous.
Yes, you can use you can go under multiple operators when you're having a. Okay, wait. Do you know what know what you're referencing? You understand that you can have multiple operators?
Bro. Oh my god. Okay. First of all, I'm gonna hold your hand, bro. Okay. First of all, it's not ambiguous. You're confused. When I say it consists across all possible worlds, that's invoking a necessity there. I'm saying it's accessible. That's not a very ambiguous, bro. It's very clearly saying it's necessity. Number one. Number two. The problem with the set there is that based on the question, you're trying to restrict the set. And the problem with the restriction of the set, when you said all possible worlds is under a set, that seems kind of odd, because if all possible worlds are under a set, then then the set itself seems to be finite, with all possible worlds being infinite. That's a problem there. Number three, which I think is the biggest problem with the entire thing you're trying to impose here, is the fact that you don't even understand what I actually told you. I already invoked you as to why I believe it's axiomatic, and when you're asking as to why I define the terms, as to why it corresponds, I give justification. So again, do you know the requirements of something to be axiomatic?
Yes, obviously. It's just going to be
self-evident. What are they? It's going to be self-evident.
Yes.
No. That's not the requirement for self. No, that's circular, dude. Something axiomatic is something truth bound with no possible way to divide it down. Okay, something being self-evident. That seems pretty circular, bro. That seems pretty self-evident, bro. I said the requirements, bro. Something being self-evident is not a requirement, bro. That's probably an ability or some type of inherent property that you would get off an axiomatic thing. So again, I'm going to ask you, what are the properties requirement for something to be axiomatic?
Okay, well, under this logic here that you're referencing, you could say that it should be possibly necessary. And necessarily possible.
Possibly necessary.
Necessarily possible.
Necessarily possible. So it just has to be necessarily possible. It must not be necessary. It has to be necessity and also exist concurrently.
I said it's going to be possibly necessary, right? And it's going to be necessarily possible.
Possibly necessary. Possibly necessary. Necessarily possible. No.
Yes, it's going to be across all worlds.
Across all worlds. Okay, necessarily? That's contradictory. You can't say something necessarily possible and possible necessary, bro. Just be necessary. I'll excuse the the bad rhetoric. Maybe you read a bad book or something. Okay, that's one. What are the next two?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It depends on the argumentation there, because the specific operator.
Bro, I gave you the laws I'm abiding by, bro.
I already just told you. What I just told you. What I just explained was something being necessary. If it's across all worlds, I just explained that. So that's
what you gave was a property or something, or not property, a requirement of something to be axiomatic or something to be a foundation of truth.
That's what.
So again, okay. There's more than just one.
I think something axiomatic is going to be something which is just built upon the foundation of truth. That's what I think something axiomatic is. So
something built upon the foundation of truth. So the thing itself, something built upon the foundation of truth.
Yes, something that's only dependent upon the foundation of truth, right?
Something only dependent upon the foundation of truth?
Yep.
Oh my god. Yo, you read a book. Okay.
What's the problem with that? What's the problem?
Okay, actually, call me, request up so you can listen to this, bro. But I'll tell you what the problem is. Okay. Number one, when you said only there, when you said it's only, it implies a subset, which again is contradictory, because you're saying that a foundation of truth, which exists across all possible worlds. So you're saying that it's a subset of an infinite set of things. That's another problem you keep having.
That's false, right? That's false. Wait,
that's false. Right? You never said it's only built. You never said it's only built upon the foundation of truth.
When I say only, all I'm saying, first of all,
only is a restriction.
What do you take a subset? What do you take a subset to be?
What take a subset to be?
Yes, because
subset is just a smaller portion of the main set, bro.
Right. So if I just say that it's the main set, how am I implying a smaller portion?
Because you said only. Do you know what only means? Only it's inherently restrictive.
Look, when I say only, I'm saying only the main portion, right?
Only the main portion. So what's the okay? That's even contradictory, because
how
only
is that
the main
contradictory. What are you serious?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say it's contradictory. When we say only the main portion, right? Well, it seems to be contradictory, because the main portion
Yeah, he was lagging,
is
bro.
still fucking finite, nigga.
He was lagging, bro. Nobody heard what you said. He was lagging, bro. So you gotta repeat yourself.
Okay. The problem with you saying it's only the main portion, right? There's a problem there because only implies restrictive language. When you say something is only X or only Y, it's restrictive. You're saying something is only, which means the thing itself has to be restrictive or finite, unless you're just utilizing the words wrong. So you're saying something is only restricted and finite in an infinite series. Do you not understand why that's contradictory?
The fact that the implication there seems to be problematic isn't relevant to the discussion because obviously the entailment still gives credence to the fact that you can understand that I am referencing infinite.
No, I'm saying the reference is incorrect, bro. I'm saying it doesn't abide by an axiomatic.
I just said why that's not.
I think it would be axiomatic.
I just explained why it's not problematic.
No, you did. You didn't explain why it's not problematic. You said that it's not necessary. It isn't necessary of the linguistics there because I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. I'm saying the problem with what you mean is that regardless of what you're saying, it's still not axiomatic based upon your own definition because it's a contradiction. That's the problem there. It doesn't abide by the laws in which you're trying to establish a thing to be axiomatic. Even your definition of something that's axiomatic is only foundation of truth is also contradictory because axiom things are just foundational statements built upon truth that don't seem to have any type of lower or any type of digressing or regressing model that can be simplified. That's why they're called foundational things. So you say they're only foundational. That's also contradiction because implies that these only foundational things could arrive or apply upon a subset of a set of an infinite series. That's the contradiction that's being held here. So when I'm trying to hold your hand and trying to drag you through this long-awaited battle of you just LARPing Philo and using ChatGPT, which again, it's not going to save you from me. I'm going to establish it again. What are the properties or something to be axiomatic? You got one so far. You messed up definition of axiomatic. Just tell me another property, and I'll leave. Tell me the next property, and I know if you can tell me this next property in the next 30 seconds without stuttering, without fucking it up, I will literally concede right now.
You'll concede if I can tell you.
I'll concede. Tell me the other two properties of something to be axiomatic and foundational, and I will concede.
Axiomatic.
You're correct.
In reference to all possible worlds, right?
That's one. You already said that before.
I'm saying we could just say that it's just going to be the transitive model there.
The transitive model?
Yeah, or the series.
Extrapolate on the transitive model, please.
Yeah, well, the models are just going to be referencing a specific analyzation there of the framework.
A specific analyzation of the framework of an infinite series. Holy fuck, you're still confusing.
Okay.
You're going to use a transitive model on something that applies to all possible worlds?
Yeah, we could use it within the framework.
And that's a requirement, something that's axiomatic.
I'm saying that we could use this to establish whether or not something is axiomatic. So yeah.
So wait. So oh my god. So I want to hold your hand. You're going to utilize something that utilizes a small. Wait. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm just asking the question. Let me finish, please. Okay. Are you saying that we can utilize something that's transitive or specifically looks at certain sets or certain possibilities of an infinite series to judge that the thing itself is axiomatic? Yes or no? You can unmute, bro. Again, I don't know why you do this to yourself, bro.
You muted me. So
okay. Yes or no to the question I just asked you. Yes or no, bro. I don't. It's a binary question.
I just said that we could say I misspoke there. Okay, we could say I misspoke there, right? Now we could say that the axiom. Yeah, bro. No, bro.
Okay. No. Okay. Perfect. So it's contradictory. Okay, you can continue.
I mean, that's not contradictory. I mean, it's just like slip up. But anyways. So yeah, you go ahead and tell me what's the second thing there, bro.
Okay, it just simply abides by the three Aristotelian laws of logic.
Okay, well that's dependent upon. Okay, you know what? Okay, we could just say that we could say that. Okay, right. Now going back to the initial question, what was the argument again for why this argument follows as such?
Why the argument follows as such? I haven't even posited it. I'm giving the contradictions to the critiques of your questioning. No, it's circular.
You gave argument and you said, I think this is why this is going to be the case.
Establishing the consistency of the scaling. Oh yeah, I said it abides by these things. It abides by some type of abides by an axiomatic thing. It asked me to justify why it's axiomatic, and I gave the definitions of why it's axiomatic.
Yeah, what's the justification for it?
It abides by the things.
And I want
abides by the criteria.
I want some sort of empirical reference here. rather than
Empirical
just auditory.
reference? You want
Yeah,
you want
rather.
something want empirical reference to an infinite series? Okay,
I
I
want
guess
an
like
empirical. No,
okay.
that's not what I asked. I want an empirical
Ye-
reference to the correspondence here.
to the correspondence.
Yeah.
The answer that's self-evident. The
No, it's
justification
not.
itself
Nigga, what?
correspond. I'm saying why the justification I'm giving obviously corresponds to the argument. You're
Oh
like,
my
what are
God.
you asking for?
I'm saying that the justification provided, I want empirics upon that corresponding. Okay.
Yeah, I'm saying it. What, bro? Okay,
Nigga, just show the panels, nigga. Show the panels, nigga.
You
Like
might
what?
show the panels of something being true in the
That's
infinite series. Are you
nigga.
stupid?
No, show the
We're in
panels
meta
that
talk, gang.
no, nigga.
You
Show
are
the pan,
dumb.
nigga.
No. You are dumb. Let me explain.
That
Let
is
me
not
hold
what
your
I said.
hand.
That's not what I said. That's not what
No.
That's not
I
what I
have to
said.
mute you. No. I have to mute you because that is. I'm only going to dive down how
That's
stupid
not what
that
I
fucking
said.
sounds.
That's not what I said. Okay,
Show
relax.
the panels or evidence as to why
Oh
the
my
thing abides or the thing is axiomatic and corresponds.
No, nigga. Show the
Are you
panels.
confused?
Show the panels, right? That it's going to be such because when you provide some sort of
Show the
auditory.
panels that's going to be axiomatic.
Listen. Let me, nigga. I'm trying to explain it to him, but you just keep yapping. I'm not gonna lie.
This nigga's a fraud.
Look, do you think when you just invoke some sort of auditory, we ought to take it to be
Invoke
the case
some type
that
of
this is
auditory?
listen, bro, relax. Listen, bro, relax, bro. Okay. Just listen to the question, bro. I'm not gonna lie. This is the most simple question I ever asked in my life. I don't know why you're laughing.
Bro.
This is the most simple question, right?
Bro.
So when you give some sort of testimony, right? When you give a testimony,
you mean a claim, bro?
Listen, when you give a testimony, right? Obviously, I'm not going to take it to be the case that this is just reliable for nothing, right?
You're not going to take it to be the case what's reliable.
I want you to justify that this justification that you're providing, right? The entailments upon it is actually going to match the state of affairs in JJK that we are referencing.
You're so fucking confused. Holy shit. Okay. Wait, no. That's enough.
Stop cutting me off.
That's the question, correct? Bro, the addition is not necessary.
No, that's not done. I'm not done.
Oh, okay. Keep going with this ChatGPT shit.
I'm not. What are you talking about? I only have my phone, right? But anyways, so obviously, right, when you keep on just saying, well, it's just going to be the case that this follows under these laws, right? I'm trying to.
You're confused.
You're saying it's axiomatic. What are you talking about? You said it's axiomatic.
What do you think? Okay. I'm gonna hold your hand. Oh no! Please open. No! Please.
Why are you acting like you don't know what it means when I say?
No! Be quiet. Please open your ears because I'm trying to tell you where you're confused at. When you're asking for the correspondence into the series, I don't know if you're confused, but this entire thing stemmed because I made a claim. The claim was simply, don't interrupt. I saw that mic move. The claim was simply that why do you believe that the value that what Kenjaku's physicality scales to corresponds to JJK? I then said after this, because number one, I said self-evident it obviously would, because I didn't have to explain this to you, but I'll go more into depth now. Kenjaku's a character that exists in the realm of JJK, and he's a physical being. So obviously the physicalities that he displays or references will be in reference to the verse he resides in, or the world he resides in.
The question is...
Wait, shut the fuck up. Wait. Relax. I'm going to hold your hand because you're very confused. I said that's self-evident. That's why I said it's self-evident, because obviously we already know the guy's under a subset in which you're questioning why the subset exists. That's the confusion. Wait. Stop. You keep unmuting is the fact you're not trying to understand, bro. You're getting beat up. Just relax. Understand and open your ears. This is an amp session.
We can get a judge for this, by the way. We can get a judge.
We can get a judge, please.
Yes.
Please, get a judge.
Yes. I'm getting judgment. By the way, look, because the whole problem is
no. Wait. Let me finish. I don't care for that reduct you. I don't care. Let me finish. Okay. The second problem, which we're going to dive into, is now when I establish that these things, or that the scaling reference would be concrete, which you questioned. I then said the scaling reference, or the scaling itself, is axiomatic, or is a foundational thing of truth that's irreducible. Then you asked me to justify as to why the scaling is axiomatic. I then provide a justification by establishing the conditions of something being axiomatic and saying that it abides by the conditions. When you say or ask why the fuck it corresponds to the argument, that number one is obviously
That's
self-evident.
not what I asked.
Yes, it is. Yes, it
It's
is.
not,
Wait.
dude.
Yes, it is. Because what you specifically asked as to why the values that Kenjaku takes or holds in terms of physicality corresponds to the verse he resides in. We already got past number one. He is a unit of physicality that exists in his verse. That is very simple. You were confused. That is why we're laughing at you, because you are confused upon the semantics. You don't understand that it already established as to why it follows, but you're still stuck on a question that you didn't even know. That's in question. I established why it's axiomatic. It would leave. You are dumb. It's self-evident because it's axiomatic, which I justified. You are confused. This nigga's confused. Please send a rec, bro. You can, holy, bro. Yes, bro. I'll post this on YouTube, bro. Debater Oracle has to hold Pew's hand after getting slammed upon basic axiomatic terms understanding of axioms. Holy Christ. Whew. No, please, anyone with competence, please request up, bro. Please. Actually, I might end right now. What's your YouTube? Shit, I might make one. It'll be like Oracle, bro. It'll be the first ever video I post, bro. First ever video I post is just me slamming on this nigga. Alright, chat. Semantical L. There's 8 viewers. There's 31 viewers right now. Holy Christ. Yo, call me, bro. Call me. Come up for like 2 minutes, bro. I know you were tracking. Holy shit. Holy shit. This nigga is a burger, bro. This nigga is a burger. He doesn't understand like what axiomatic things are, bro. Why does it correspond? It's self-evident because it's a character in the series. Who was debating me versus Pew, bro? Momo, I had to teach this nigga on basic axioms, bro. I had to like hold his hand as I amp him on axiomatic things, bro. That was painful to listen to. It was very painful to listen to. It was very painful. I never heard somebody be so confused. Stop stalling, bro. I'm talking with my live gang. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, the rec's gonna come out, bro. No one's hiding this rec from you, gang. It's literally just going to be a mad slaughter, bro. Like, multiple niggas were laughing at you, bro. Yo, wait, Zane, come up. No, Zane, come up. Zane, come up, please. Zane, come up. Zane, come up. Zane, come up. Zane, come up. Zane, come up, please. Zane, come up. Zane, please come up. I need Zane to come up. Request up. I need to tell you something. Oh my God. Fails to provide a panel. Oh my God. Okay, Zane. Okay, Zane. Zane, are you here? Please tell me you are here,
bro.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Okay. So, someone asked me, why do I believe Kenjaku scales here? Like, or why do I believe Kenjaku scales here, right? And the question would simply be, well, Kenjaku is in between the values of Deborah and Gojo, right? Then he simply asked, what's the justification for this value? And I'm simply saying, well, it corresponds to the extreme values of JJK, or it corresponds to the values that exist within JJK, which is the abilities of physicality and sorcery, right?
Okay.
Then he asked me, justify as to why the scaling of the JJK actually corresponds to the values. Which just said, well, simply it's self-evident because we know Kenjaku is a character that has a physical body that corresponds to the values in which exist inside JJK. He is an entity inside JJK with physical attributes, so they would obviously scale physically, and JJK aspects would scale, right?
Okay.
And then he asked me why. And then he asked me, well, why does the scaling correspond to the values of JJK? Which I then said, well, it's axiomatic.
Okay. Well, I just want to say you're a dishonest fuck. But anyway, keep going. Keep going, bro.
Okay. Then he asked me justify why the thing is axiomatic.
Okay.
And then I provide the justification as to axiomatic is just by simply saying it's possible. It's what's called. It's true across all possible worlds. It abides by 3 Aristotelian laws of logic, right?
Okay, sure, go on.
Okay, and then the guy's confused by saying, then he's like, okay, well, justify. And then he keeps asking, justify why it's axiomatic.
Does he like ever like contend actual reasons, or
No, not at all.
who are you arguing with?
Pew.
You, bro, Pew. Hey, Pew, come up, bro. Hey, let Pew up. I want to talk to him.
Yeah, you can talk to Pew, bro. You're going to hear how fucking confused this nigga is, bro. I'm not even gonna say nothing, bro. Just sit here and listen to this nigga.
So let's go back over that, right? When you say that, well, I question whether or not the scaling there was going to correspond to what you was referencing. That's a mistrack, okay? I wasn't questioning whether or not that the scaling is actually going to correspond to the value. I was questioning whether or not the value corresponds to the state of affairs that we was referencing overall, okay? That's a mistrack.
Which would be the scaling, you idiot.
Oh my God, no. When we talk about
the state of affairs we're talking about?
Wait.
What was the state of affairs we're talking about?
I'm
We're talking
about
about
to give you the
does it correspond to the scaling, bro. You're an
I'm about to
idiot.
give you the distinction, okay? Since you want to lie.
No, what was the state of affairs? I don't even care about the distinction. What's the state of affairs?
The state of affairs is going to be JJK canonically.
JJK canonically?
Yeah,
so why is Kashimo scale to JJK canonically? That's obviously referencing.
No,
the
that's not
JJK.
the question. That's the problem. You're stupid. That's
You're
not the question. So let me explain it, right? That's the problem. You're stupid. That's not the question. Oh my God.
That was so stupid.
Stop. Just let me talk because you keep cutting me off. That's the whole problem. You've been cutting me off the whole debate. I can't wait till you get direct because you're confused. That you just proved you're confused, right? So I wasn't questioning whether or not that was going to be the case. What I was questioning, right, was whether or not, well, this value that you're trying to reference to say that, well, we can hold this doxastic state on Kenjaku scaling, right, is going to actually be correspondent to the JJK that we was referencing. And you just say, well, that's redundant because the scaling is going to be axiomatically correlative to the value. That's not the question.
That wasn't the justification I even gave for that point, bro. What I gave for that point was simply saying that we know that to be self-evident because Kenjaku is a character that exists inside JJK inherently has the values of physicality.
Right, and that was in question, but you keep questioning back. So just get the right. Just get the right.
You are so confused, bro.
I can't wait to get
wait. Bro, no, bro. I said self-evident because the question itself is stupid to ask.
Okay, wait.
No. Wait. Okay. For example, it's like you asking. No. For example, it's like you looking outside and saying, "Prove that it's raining outside." Like it's self-evident that's raining outside because we can fucking see the rain dropping from the clouds and hit the ground.
Right, and whether or not this perceptual status we're holding on a belief is actual correlative is the fucking question.
Which I said was axiomatic. That's where it got
that
from.
was in question.
Bitch.
Whether, just to be clear, when you say listen, stop screaming. This is your problem.
Pew. It's okay that you're confused, bro.
I'll let you talk every time.
It's okay that you're confused, bro. It's okay that you're confused,
bro. Why do you keep cutting me off? Okay, now let's see if you can get me. Okay, I'm going to listen to exactly what you say, right? So when you say it's axiomatic, right? After our question, now you say, well, the justification is just going to be it's axiomatic, right? Do you agree or do you disagree that I question whether or not it's going to be axiomatic?
No, you did question it, and I gave justification.
Okay. And what was that justification there?
Well, it abides by all the requirements for something to be axiomatic.
Okay, and when you say it abides by these properties in which we could say it's axiomatic, right? Obviously, this would follow if it be the case that, well, this value that we're referencing is actually going to be
value. You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
When I say value,
it's not the value that's in question.
When I say value, I'm talking about the input to the framework. Okay.
The input to the framework.
Yes.
You're confused. You're very confused.
When you're deriving that as axiomatic, you're inputting something into the framework.
What? When I derive it's axiomatic, I'm saying that the entire framework itself is built upon said X, in which any input of said X would lead to this conclusion. You're confused.
That's what I just fucking said. Input, right?
No, that's not what you just said. You said input to the framework. That there's a confusion. It's established that the framework itself is true. That's what axiomatic things do. Oh my God, that's what foundational truth does. Establishes the order of schemas to be true. You confuse individuals.
You're just yapping. Everybody.
I'm just yapping.
Yes. Okay.
I don't even know what axiomatic things imply.
I'm about to explain the problem. Just keep on spurging.
You're so confused. You can't define axiom. You can't even define the properties of things to be axiomatic. You're an idiot. Wait. Actually saying. Come back. The guy couldn't even tell me what the properties of something to be axiomatic for, bro. But he's gonna tell me what axiomatic things you applied to or what they're utilized for.
So once again,
ChatGPT is working overtime, bro.
ChatGPT, I guess. So once again, right, when you say that something is axiomatic, you're saying, well, this is just going to be given via the framework, right? That's what you're saying,
via the framework. It's a foundation. I mean, just say it's foundational, bro.
Okay, right. And funny. Okay, look. Actually, just to be clear, I want you to get in the rec too, just for this point to show you wasn't tracking. I literally said something axiomatic is just going to be something that's from the foundational beliefs, right? Of the foundational beliefs, and you said no.
From the
That's not accurate.
foundational beliefs?
Yes.
No, it wouldn't be
It's just depending.
beliefs.
Okay, that's whatever.
That's
It doesn't
gonna,
matter.
it does matter.
When we get the
Bro,
rec,
you're
when we get the
confused
rec,
upon your own
it's fine.
semantics,
It's
dude.
fine. It's fine. It's fine. But we can go back to what we're talking about.
You're saying words that don't actually correspond
I
to
wanted
the
to point that out so
inference.
that when it's in the rec, you just like show you.
Yeah, you can have it in the rec, but you're gonna find that you're
It's
confused because
fine.
that's
It's
not what you
fine. It's fine.
request.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So anyway, right?
You
So
don't
when you
even
talk about
understand axiomatic things,
look,
bro.
when you talk about something being axiomatic, right? You're saying that we can look at JJK, right, and take these.
No, stop. No, stop. No, that's not what, bro. You're fucking confused.
Bro,
You don't even know what
my God.
axiomatic reference
Can you let
is, bro.
somebody talk?
I know, because you're already wrong. I'm saying no,
Bro,
you
let me
baboon.
speak. I don't care. Let me speak.
You
Let me
want to
finish a
keep
fucking
speaking about
sentence.
being
You
incorrect,
don't know
bro?
how
You want
to
to
you
keep
don't know
talking
how
about
to you
incorrect,
don't know how to
bro?
have a conversation. You don't know how to have a
I'm
conversation.
telling you
It's your
already
problem.
wrong based upon the first
You
sentence.
can
You
think
absolute
that's
donkey.
fine. You can think that's
No, I
fine.
know that. That's what I'm trying to tell
That's
you.
fine.
You don't
That's
know what it
fine.
means,
Okay, so
bro.
wait, when you say it's axiomatic, you're not saying your argument is axiomatic?
If I'm saying the axiomatic, I'm not saying the argument itself is axiomatic. No, I'm saying that the portion of the scaling or reference, the justification that you want to posit is axiomatic, in which which it doesn't seem to have
Right.
any type of reducible state, which contradicts
portion of
truth.
your argument that I'm referencing.
Wait, shut the fuck up, bro, because you don't understand what I'm trying to tell you. That's why you're confused. No
The-
one invoked that my entire argument is axiomatic. You were very confused
I
there.
never
No-
said that. I was talking about the portion. You're fucking stupid. I never
You
said that. The
literally
whole
said,
argument.
"Do you think our
I
argument's
said-
axiomatic?" You
yeah,
didn't even know.
yeah.
You were talking.
Do you think? Oh my God. When I said
No. I can't with this lying ass nigga. This nigga just asked me, so you think your argument's axiomatic? Is this nigga fucking stupid? He didn't talk about the portion. He literally asked me verbatim, do you think your argument's axiomatic? Is he dumb? Yeah, I'm clipping that. Yeah, we're ending live, bro. I'm clipping that, bro. We're just sitting here lying to ourselves. Like what are we doing?